RV life is pretty simple. When you're about to do something that's a task that's gonna get you dirty, you take off your nice hat that your supermodel brother Josh told you to get.
Hola.
And you put on your work hat. When you start living in an RV full time, you realize that you like some things and dislike some things. My wife does not like staying in RV parks, so we've been boondocking 90% of the time. In case you know what boondocking is, that means we're staying at places with no power, no water, and no septic, nowhere to dump our tanks. That means we've been having to run our generator quite a bit. Now we have a brand new generator. When we bought this beast right here, the generator needed a little love, we thought. Put a few bucks into it, needed a lot of love. So we ended up getting a brand new generator, a Cummins Onan 5500, which is a 50 amp generator. It's the one that goes specifically with this RV. And now it's time to change the oil for the first time. Let's do it. This is that beautiful generator. And you think I'm wearing no shirt because I'm trying to be salacious? I'm not. I just don't want to get oil all over my shirt. This is the model number in case you're wondering if you have the exact same generator. And let's get an overall shot of this baby and let's zoom into the service information. Here we can see that you should be checking your oil level daily. Your air filter, clean at 150 and then replace it at 450 hours. And your oil and oil filter change in 150 hours or annually. And we hit 150 hours way faster than annually because we're living in it full time. Also, this is how you start it. You prime it here by holding that button down. And when that red light comes on, that means you're priming it. Then you hit start. We'll start in a minute. I don't want you to hear that. Also notice that you have 2 circuit breakers. The other day, my generator was on, but my air conditioner stopped when Leela hit the microwave. It should be able to handle that, but somehow it didn't. I'm like, what happened? I didn't know what it... I looked at the other fuses inside, nothing happened. I came in here and I noticed that it's got 2 fuses. So if your generator's on and stuff's not working, come out here and check and see if your circuit breakers have popped. This little guy here is the oil release valve. This is where you check the oil where the dipstick is. You pull this thing out and you can go, oh, let's see how the oil looks. Looks like it's time to change it, right? And right here we have the air filter. So let's first check the air filter out. To pull the air filter off, you simply hit these clips right here and it should pop right off. You have a look, yeah, it looks not too bad. I think we're still good, but I'm gonna order one of these so when this thing does get dirty, I'll be ready. I'm doing this for the first time as I'm recording this, so that's how simple this is to do. If you go to the dealer, they're gonna charge you a bunch to do this, and you can do it pretty inexpensively. And this is from a guy that does not change his own oil on his cars. This is what it looks like underneath the generator. This is the oil filter. Notice there's not much to grab onto, so there's a certain wrench that's gonna work better than others, and this is where the oil drains. Let's go ahead and see what we need to drain this thing. Here's another angle so you can kind of see what it looks like. Not much to bite onto there. Now, conditions for 10 degrees to 100 degrees Fahrenheit, you want 15W40 oil. It's just basic motor oil. They do suggest you use the heavy-duty diesel oil. Cummins makes their own, or you could just use whatever. I've got this stuff. It takes 2 quarts. I've got a gallon here, so I'll use half of this. And fortunately, it has this handy-dandy measurement thing here, so I can know when I've got 2 quarts in there, which is right there. You're also gonna need an oil pan. Woo! Any oil pan works. You're gonna need an oil filter. You can get the Cummins Onan filter, which was not readily available right now. I was able to get this from a Napa store. It is basically the same thing. Links for the Onan branded stuff are down below in the description if you wanna go ahead and grab that stuff online. I suggest you keep a couple filters and oil and an air filter always with you so that when the time comes, you can just whip the stuff out and change it up. You're also gonna need an oil filter wrench. This is a universal 3-jaw. This is gonna work better than the other wrenches because it can grab on. You don't have much to grab onto down there. I wonder if this thing will ever focus. Focus! I've got a link for this down there below. And it goes into a 3/8 inch socket. By the way, I've been using my boys' socket wrenches for years. I bought them, tools for Christmas when they were like, 2 months old. And I've been using their tools ever since. I finally sprung for it and got myself my own set of DeWalt sockets. Woohoo! Always make sure that you have the dipstick back on before you try to start the engine, or you're gonna end up like this. And your camera's gonna get oil all over it. I'm a nutcake. Told you, my first time. You guys are probably good, let's kill it. Dang, I got oil on my Jenny. Gonna clean her first, and then let's drain it. In theory, all you do is turn this bad boy until stuff starts leaking out the bottom. Let's see what happens. Turning, 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 turning. Nothing's coming out. Oh, there it is. Look at this. Stuff's coming out. I think it's oil. That's a little more baked than I would like. I would say it's for sure time to do the oil. Unscrewing this might help the flow a little bit. Pull that thing off. And then we wait and wait. In the meantime, there is something we can do. It's not a bad idea to fill your oil filter up with oil before you stick it in. So while that's draining, let's try to not make a mess, which is highly unlikely in this humongous... You're supposed to lubricate the seal, and I think we just did that, so I think we're good. There we go. That's good. Filled-ish. I've closed the valve. We got all the oil out. Let's go ahead and see if we can remove this filter. See how easy it is. It's not grabbing at all. This thing would not grab. I had to stick a piece of paper up there because it was so slippery. Once I had paper up there, it kind of came pretty easily. Now I'm gonna pull this thing down like this and then get out of the way so it doesn't end up in my face, which is what normally happens with me in this kind of situation. Wow, a lot of threads. And then we pull it down and we hope that the filter I bought matches this one. And here is the correct part number if you want to get the Onan. It's a 1220836. That's the Onan brand. That's what you probably want to get. My advice, put on some gloves and then drive it to your Cummins dealer and have them do it. Not really, it's not that big a deal. Oh, look at this. Not identical, but I think the threads are the same and it should probably work. The challenge I can see is getting this one off because it's a little bit shorter. I think it'll do the job, but it's a little short. And I think you only need to go, you should check, ask a professional. I think you only need to go finger tight, but I'm a little tighter than that with a paper towel. Yes, I could have done 7 takes of this and made it look all perfect and easy. I just want you guys to see reality, what this is like the first time you're doing this if you are a cudgel. I'm gonna screw this on tight. Does not feel cross-threaded. It feels like it's on pretty well. Getting this off the next time might be a pain, but you want to make sure that you check your levels. You've run it for an hour and the next day, make sure nothing's leaking. It's pretty tight. I think we need some oil now. But just the right amount, 2 quarts, not too little, not too much. And you want to go slow or it's gonna leak like it just did all over the place. No! Are you leaking? You're not full. Got a lot of quarts to go here. That fills very slowly. You gotta go really slow. Don't you hate the smell of burnt oil after you spill it all over the engine? I just want it to look like a new engine always. When you filled it up, you want to run it for, I don't know, 5 or 10 minutes and then check it and make sure it's not leaking. Looks good here. Down here, looks okay. I can see a little bit of oil right there and I don't know if that's because I spilled in here or because it's leaking. So after you've let it settle for a little while, after you've run it, you want to go ahead and pull the dipstick out. Wipe it and see if you're in the zone. And yeah, we're right in the zone. We're in the safe zone. We're good. I'm gonna let it run tonight for a little bit and I'm gonna check it again. I'm gonna make sure that after it's run for a while that it's not leaking. So be really careful. You gotta just keep checking this thing and make sure you did it right. Because of this, I would highly recommend you use the Onan branded filters because this is not the exact filter that Onan creates. So I'm not sure. So I'm gonna have to watch a little more. So be careful. If you learned anything, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and whack the bell so you don't miss out on future videos. I can't wait to share our adventures with you.
You ready?